Hey, everybody. Okay, just want to make sure the volume is working. Welcome back, welcome back. So, I've been doing videos lately. I'm on a little bit of a roll, so I thought I'd keep the roll rolling. And, the last two videos I did basically showed you what happens when you're a very good trader and you understand how markets work and why they work and where they work, etc. And how to trade those conditions. But I want to show you what happens to you when you're a very good trader and things don't go your way and or you make mistakes. Now, I do consider myself to be an extremely skilled trader. But that means nothing because you still have to get up every day and perform. So having the skill set is it's useless if you can't use it or you're unable to use it or you make mistakes when you're using it, okay? Skill is one thing. Um, Execution is another, and this is something that when people come to me and they ask me to we're going to get to a trade here any minute here, so just bear with me with my little rant. When people come to me and they ask me, Steve, I really want to learn to trade, okay, how much money am I going to make? And my answer is I have no freaking clue. I really don't, because I can teach you the skills of trading, but executing those skills error free, that's a whole other ball game, right? And I'm going to show you right here in this trade example in a few minutes exactly where even when you have the skill set, you can make big mistakes, okay? And those mistakes can be very costly. So let's talk about, I want to go and kind of highlight a few things in my room here. Bear with me for a second, because there's some really cool stuff. And I just want to go to the start of the day here because all these trades were all called out in real time, and I want to show you guys um, what exactly happened in chronological order so that you can get a really good idea and you can see that I called this out in real time. And also for the guys in my room, it will help you to really follow my thought processes, okay? So what I actually did was I posted this morning where I said, actually it was before this, where I posted a picture of this trade this morning where I said I am interested. Let's set up a pairs trade on this. You can see 942, Netflix, Roku, and you can see here I said buying Netflix, selling Roku. Now notice the time, 9:45, which puts us right there. Now, just follow along with me here, because you're going to see how even when you're a very skilled trader, you can make mistakes and they can cascade. So when I saw Roku this morning, we have this gap down, we have this very undervalued signal here. Well, I fell in love with the signal. And usually, whenever I get a signal, I need the order flow to confirm that signal. Now, what you're seeing here is Netflix minus Roku, and at the time when I saw that signal, the stock was 156. Okay? And I kind of fell in love with that, and I really wasn't checking what was going on over here on the actual assets. And you can see that I actually got long here on Netflix. This is approximately where I got long on Netflix. And I got short Roku approximately right here around the same time. So I'm short Roku, I'm long Netflix. Now you can see that Roku ends up going for me, Netflix goes against me, like just massively, and this trade just starts getting crushed, and you can see it just backed up against me. Now, usually I will never trade this early in the morning, okay? I'm not making excuses, but I'm just telling you the reality of how it is to be a professional trader and the mistakes you can make. I just don't have enough information at 9:45 to make a really informed decision, right? So this is way too early for me to be trading. But, I stayed up late last night. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was watching the baseball game or something like that. I can't even remember now. I wasn't sleep very well. Who knows? I had a nightmare. You never know. I don't know why. I cannot tell you the exact reason why. But on this particular day, I just made an error. I just fell in love with my indicator. This is another reason why I don't use indicators. The only reason why you guys see these indicators on my charts is because I'm trying to make it easier for the guys in the room, if you're following me on StockTwits, I'm trying to make it easier for you to afford my full training and not have to pay me for my full $5,000 course. So by selling you a package of indicators, they're not really indicators, they're slightly they're algos more than indicators because they're smart and they think. And by selling you the indicators, I would never have this on my chart. I would just never have this on this chart at any point in time. But, for the sake of the room, I'm trying to show you a better visual way of trading and come up with a cheaper way so you guys don't have to pay me $5,000 to learn how to do it the right way, but you can pay me for the algo/indicator package, which will be a lot cheaper. Okay, so anyways, this is one of the bad downfalls of them. So I got this signal down here. I got into this pairs trade, long Roku, long Netflix, short Roku. Okay, it was just boom, turned into a nightmare. Now, what happened was when the trade went against me and I saw just Netflix fall off the face of the earth, I realized I was in big poo-poo caca. And what I did was I cut the Netflix trade pretty quickly, and because I have smaller quantity of the Netflix trade, I was able to get out of that trade with about a 2%, it wasn't 2%, it was about 1.1 or 1.2% loss. That was pretty painful. But I decided to keep it. I decided to cut this one, and to compound my errors, I decided to keep my Roku short. Now Roku just moved down, and as soon as I cut that trade, it just smashed me in the face, and I just got out of that trade. Okay, now again, guys, this is all live. Okay, I'm not making this stuff up. This is not some after the market stuff. You can see here, I say out of all Roku now, and that was at 10:08. Okay, guys in the room saw it. Combined loss on that was 2.5%. That's way bigger than I ever like to take. Okay, usually I like to limit my losses to 1%, 1.5%, but this was a stinger. Okay, now I want you to follow and see what happens here, because what do I do next? Okay, I do nothing, right? I said I really hope Roku can bounce to 117 today, because this is where I will be all over this stock. Now, I didn't know at that time if it was going to bounce to that 117, because I was really watching how it was behaving around the 114 level, right? This was a big level for it. Now, I very seriously considered reversing my trade and going long at that particular point in time, but because I was in such a funk about making such a stupid newbie mistake where I just entered the market way too soon without seeing what the order flow was telling me, I was just kind of like in a deer in a headlight. So, it's kind of like that domino effect. And I did not want to compound on that domino effect. So what I said was, screw it. I'm waiting to 117.50. And you'll see in the room here, I talked about it several times. I'm waiting to 117.50. And I explained how Roku is doing a full short squeeze right now. And I went through and I said, okay, it's going to 117.50. I should have bought it, right? And I said, look, you can see here, like, I really sucked today because I rushed into the Roku Netflix pair trade, then I cut the J&J short too soon. That was another trade that I had on. It was a swing trade, and we made profits on it. I don't want to talk about that right now because I really want to focus on, how hard it is to be a trader, even when you're fully skilled and have years and years and years of experience. Okay, so I cut the wrong side of the Roku trade, and I did not flip and buy at 1440. Now, I want you to read here. Some days are just like that. And it all starts with one little error, and it dominoes. At least the damage was contained to a net losing day of 1.5%. Now, I know I lost 2.5% on the Roku trade, but I had made money on my J&J trade. But it was still so unnecessary. I just needed to not rush this morning and wait 15 more minutes. Okay? So then I said I was hoping that Roku can squeeze the 1750, and that is the point that I'm going to be all over it. Now I want you to watch something here. Roku finally gets up to 1750, and I said, okay guys, you can't just short it at 1750, right? I said, ideally what you want is you want to see a large spike in the 1750 with a high volume rejection. Okay, so what happened was I actually added a swing trade at 1735. Sorry, added a swing trade at 1700, and I want you to see what happened. So boom, just like that, there's that 1750 level that I had marked off, plus I had this level and this level marked off that we were looking for. Now in a trade like that, I got that big volume spike, and I got an overvalued situation right at a key level that I was watching. And instantly, within 1, 2, 3 candles, I made 2 to 1 on my money on that. So my entry was right around 1725. My stop was the high of the day, and I, boom, earned back a full 1% on my money. So I cut my net losses down to 0.5% on a day. But I just stayed away from it because I've been trading like a numpty all morning, and I got lucky. Well, I didn't get lucky, it took some skill, but I wasn't about to press my luck. So I just stayed out of the market for the rest of the day and was able to mitigate my losses down to half a percent. I still have all these current open positions. Roku, which is a swing trade, okay, very different from a day trade. Nike, Microsoft, all puts November 1st for 1.5%. So I made this video because I'm not one of those people that's going to show you all, the rainbows and candies of trading, right? Sunshine and lollipops, right? I'm not that guy. If you want that guy that's going to tell you you're going to make money every day and trading is wonderful, you can do it from the beach, hell no. This is an effing hard business, guys, okay? I would not wish this business on my worst enemy. If I had a doctor, I'm going to tell her to go to medical school, go through 7 years of university, and then intern for another 7 years, because it's going to be easier than becoming a trader. I'm serious. This is not an easy business. Why you would want to do this is beyond me. I only did it because I had no choice, and I was young. I got stuck in this business at a very, very young age. And, I'm just one of those people that is stubborn as a rock. When I put my mind to something, I master it. It took me a long, long time to master this business. It's not easy. Even being fully skilled, you're still going to make mistakes like this where you just mess up, okay? And, the only reason why I'm around 40 years, right, is because me versus another guy, when I make a mistake, I know to fix it quickly, right? I mean, that was still 2.5% was still way too much for me to take. But if I didn't cut that trade and I just got stubborn on it, instead of being down 2.5% right now, I'd be down 6%. Okay? So this is a video of failure, but it's also a video of success. Okay? Because the only way you can get to where I am as a trader is to have confidence in what you're doing. Does that make sense? So when Roku got up to this level, I was fairly confident I was wrong. Okay, now if it had turned around and ended up flushing back down, so be it. Okay? But I can't stick around to wait to find that out. I had to cut that trade at 1400 because I knew that was where I was wrong. And how did I know I was wrong? Because I knew that it had the potential to go to 1750. And that's how I knew to cut that trade, get out of that situation, move on to the next trade. Tomorrow's a new day, and not there's no desperateness for me to make my money back. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, guys? I could patiently wait for the level that I wanted, and not only the level that I wanted, but to get the price action behavior that I wanted to be able to get into a very low risk situation with a very high return. I probably should have held for this level, and I could have got almost 2.5 on my money with that risk, but I was just happy to mitigate the loss, and tomorrow's a new day. Okay? I'm the only guy that's going to show you failures, right? But the difference between me is I'm going to show you a failure, and I'm going to show you how a professional deals with a failure versus the way most amateurs that are out there coaching do. Because what they'll do is you'll just stubbornly say, oh, Roku's going down, and it'll keep moving against them. It's going down now, and it'll keep moving against them. Then they'll add to that trade. It's going down there. There's an engulfing candle. There's a doji. It's going down there. Right? That is the difference between 40 years of experience and all the other stuff that you're going to see out there on the internet that don't have the same level of experience that I do. Okay, I love you all. Hope you guys learned from that video. Failure is a part of trading. The takeaway is that failure is a part of trading, but adaptability is what's going to give you a 40-year career. But you can only be adaptable when you're able to read price in real time on the hard right edge of the chart. Love you all. Bye for now.